Okay, so today's topic, what is powerlifting? Powerlifting is a sport that revolves around the three exercises, the squat, the bench, and the deadlift. What's the difference between powerlifting and bodybuilding? Well, in bodybuilding, you're more focused on how you look. In powerlifting, we're more focused on about how much you can lift. So I'm gonna show you some clips of what the squat, bench, and deadlift looks like, and kind of explain what goes through a competition, and then kind of show you a little bit of the differences between powerlifting exercises and, let's say, bodybuilding exercises, so you can kind of know the difference between those.
James Bank, 78.7. James Bank.
Big air. Straight down. All the way, James. Much better. Way to go. Good job, baby.
Come on, Ian, boys. The clock is ticking.
Okay, so after going through the squat, bench, and deadlift, this is going to be a chart of what the final would look like. So you get 3 attempts at squatting, benching, and deadlifting, your best lift, and the highest number that you get for each lift is added into a total, where that total is going to be used to compare against other lifters in your weight class and in your age group. So in a sense, powerlifters, we only focused on these 3 lifts. And all the other exercises we do in the gym are just to assist these, and you will kind of see a little bit of training philosophies in powerlifters and bodybuilders in the next couple of clips. Alright, so to go a little bit more further in depth, this is a shoulder press. So my shoulder workout, some accessories that I do in order to increase my bench press. As you notice, I'm moving the weight kind of fast. I'm not really worried about how my muscles feel. It's all about the press, lifting as heavy as I can in order to kind of support my bench press. So I did about 3 sets of 5s on heavy, or 2 plates in a 25, and this is me kind of showing you the differences between like a bodybuilding and powerlifting way of doing things. So I dropped the 25s, and I was more focused upon building my shoulder muscles. So I came down a little bit slower and I dropped the weight, but two 45s on each side was still kind of heavy. So I ended up dropping off one of the 45s and then putting on a 25. So as you watch, I'm going to increase the reps a little bit, but there's going to be a little bit more focus on the negative portion, or the coming down part of the shoulder press, but the pressing portion is still going to be very strong. But as you notice, I come down to a full range of motion, get that full stretch, make sure I listen to how my muscles feel, because this is all about building muscle now. So it's not about how fast the weight's moving, it's about how your muscles react to the movement. And this is, in a way, I guess you could say, like building the muscles a little bit more. So in terms of accessory work for powerlifters, depending on what exercise it is, we tend to use, I would say, like as much weight as we possibly can, and we build that particular muscle or movement to assist in our 3 lifts. But for bodybuilding, as you can see here, it's not necessarily about the weight, because your muscles don't know weight, but your nerves do. So if you kind of watch me, I'm going to show you a little bit more on what I believe is bodybuilding. So I like to use this angle for my side raises because I feel the muscles being worked a little bit better, and that's, in my opinion, what bodybuilding is. It's about hitting the muscle that you want to train to get bigger, and you want to use an appropriate weight where the form is right, where you feel the muscles getting fatigued and getting tired. And that is further being shown here, where I use only 15 pounds dumbbells and I'm curling it. I'm focusing on the contraction part at the very top, not really worry too much about the weight. But if I was, using this a little bit more towards my powerlifting, I would possibly increase the weight a little bit more and just really focus more on the, just the movement itself. So I guess you can kind of differentiate the way a powerlifter lives by, the speed versus a bodybuilder who's more focused on how much tension they're getting on their muscles. So the difference is powerlifters tend to lift a little bit more heavier than bodybuilders, but that's not the case all the time. So in a sense, that's what powerlifting is.